Welcome, welcome, welcome to episode 77 of the show with no name. I'm your humble host, Nick, and today we're going to continue exploring this awesome old cemetery out here in Aguada, Puerto Rico. This cemetery goes by the name of the Cementerio Municipal Andres Vargas Chaparro. And this is part 2 of my exploration. Let's get into this. I wanted to start this episode off today going up this hill back here because I really like this hill a lot and I wanted to showcase it a little better. As you can see, some of the above ground tombs as well as the crosses are tilted sideways and whatnot. Well, that's because there's a lot of things that happen here on the island of Puerto Rico, like earthquakes and hurricanes and things of that nature. So given the circumstances, I'm surprised that everything's still in the condition that it is in. I really liked this statue right here too. That's such an awesome statue with those trees in the background. These are some really nice above ground tombs right here that I really wanted to showcase real quick, especially the contrast of the new above ground tombs versus the old, and the above ground tombs that have been upkept versus the above ground tombs that may not have surviving family members in the area at this time. And you can definitely see the difference, but I love them both, and it really just makes the cemeteries pop, in my opinion. Now here in just a second, we're going to come across what I like to call fenced Jesus here. And it's a pretty cool above ground tomb that has a bonus feature. It has a fence all around it, and I think that's pretty cool too. It's definitely unique, and you can tell that this family here still comes to this gravesite to this day to pay tribute to their fallen family members. I just really like that cage tomb there. Andres Figueroa Cordero was born on November 29th, 1924. He was a political activist and a member of the Puerto Rican Nationalist Party, and he was an advocate for Puerto Rican independence. He was born into a poor family in the barrio called Lagunas in the town of Aguada in Puerto Rico. He quit school at an early age to go to work to help support his family. Figueroa Cordero became a believer in the Puerto Rican nationalist ideology, and he joined the Puerto Rican Youth for Independence group. He would later become a full-fledged member of the Puerto Rican Nationalist Party presided by Albizu Campos. On July 2nd, 1948, Cordero decided to move to New York in search of a job. He became a butcher there, and he also became a member of the Puerto Rican Nationalist Party in New York City. He took part in the famous shootout on March 1st, 1954 between the Nationalists and the government. I'm not going to fully get into what happened on that day because I don't understand fully exactly factually what happened, and I also don't trust history books anywhere anymore, unfortunately. Cordero would eventually be sentenced to a federal penitentiary in Atlanta, Georgia. While imprisoned, he was diagnosed with terminal cancer. President Carter would commute his sentence, and upon his release, Cordero continued to serve as an independence advocate, and he was an active participant in getting the rest of the group he was with on that fateful day out of prison. In an interview, Cordero made the statement, "I would do it 500,000 times if I had to. To save your country, there's no other recourse than to give your life." On July 23, 1978, Cordero traveled to Cuba to receive treatment for his illness. There he was visited by Fidel Castro. He returned to his hometown in Puerto Rico, where he would pass away on March 7, 1979. This is his above-ground tomb and bust right here. And above him flies the Puerto Rican flag and the Puerto Rican nationalist flag that he was a part of. Carlos M. Gonzalez was born on October 9, 1948. He was an E5 in the United States Army. He fought in Vietnam, and he was a Purple Heart recipient for his actions there in that war. Unfortunately, I could not find any more information on this man or even a picture of him. He passed away on June 9, 2013. I hope you enjoy the rest of the videos of this awesome cemetery here in Puerto Rico that goes by the name of the Cementerio Municipal Andres Vargas Chaparro. This is part 2 of my documentation. Thank you.